I feel like we should just let Sheila continue on. You guys don't understand how lucky we are to have her here. Like, she had to cross borders, have special paperwork, special permission from Debbie to get her here because she's not technically ours. Thank you for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
Fantastic, right? I'm for Norwex on purpose this week. I feel like I want to cry thinking about it, but thank you. Thank you for being here. A sacrifice for her. Okay, we're going to jump into the next portion of training. I want you to open up your packet and pull out a piece of paper. It's probably the 4th page in, and it looks like this. It says, Getting My Business in Order. Getting my business in order. Okay, so we're going to work on some things today. You're going to be writing things down, thinking. And the most important thing as we do this is that you need to be really honest with yourself. No one next to you is looking at your paper. No one next to you cares what you write down. They're all working on their own thing. Okay, so your pen and getting my business in order. That's what we need. Okay. So I want you to think about what it feels like when you come home and you walk into your house and it is messy, might be a little bit stinky from the dishes or the garbage in the kitchen, and there's crumbs on the counter and you just stepped on a Cheeto on the floor at the bottom of your foot. That was me this morning. There's piles of junk. The kids' toys are out everywhere. You've got this to do. What does it feel like when your house is a mess? You know what it feels like, right? Okay. Now, I want you to think about what does it feel like when you've just got done with your cleaning day or you had a cleaning lady come. And you can almost see the sparkle. The countertops are completely clean. You know that feeling when there's nothing on them and they're wiped off and there's no petrified food that's just clean? The floors, nothing sticking to the bottom of your feet. It's clean. What does that feel like? Feels good, right? Okay, so I want you to kind of take a little gander and walk through your house, so to speak. But the house that we're going to walk through is your Norwex business. So we've got a range of people that have done this for years and some that are training and haven't even done a party yet. It doesn't matter where you are. You're somewhere in getting going or restarting or the best time in your business you've ever had. So what I want you to do is take a little walk through your Norwex house here. And I want you to notice what things are out of order. What's a mess? What's not working? What's bugging you? Okay, so you have here on your sheet 5 little spots. What things are not in order or the way I want them in my business. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. I'm going to be quiet and not talk. I want you to fill out 5 things there. No one's looking at your paper. No one cares what you write. Be very honest. And this is going to be something that will help you out a lot. It's been like 2 minutes.
Is it possible to lift up the projector a little bit so people in the back can see the bottom of it?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, we'll get that done. We've had that before. No, it needs to be higher. If you'll have them come and take this and raise it as high as they can, and then we have to caulk that up. Yeah. Because people in the back can't see up down. Okay, do we need a little bit more time? Were you able to get down 5? Give me some yeses or nos. Do you need more time? Okay, I'm going to give you like 30 seconds more. Okay, so wrap up. Okay, so you have five items here. Things that are not the way you want them. I'm not giving any examples because there could be a whole range of things. Okay, so if you look just down below the next one, it says, what does that say about me? What does it say about me? So number one, whatever you wrote down, what does that say about you? Okay, whatever number two is, write down on number two. Do you guys see where I'm talking on the page? So the fact that blank, 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 what does that say about you? I have some fuzzy looks. Are you not clear on what to do? Okay, so somebody give me, who will share an example of something that's not in order in their business? Kimmy.
I was this morning realizing I haven't sent out any thank you cards to my hostesses, and to me that makes me feel grateful.
Okay, so she said she realized she hadn't sent out any what?
Thank yous?
Thank yous cards to her hostesses. Okay, so that's something that's a mess that's not in order in her business, right? So what does that say about her? Okay, that's hard for you to answer. If that was me and I had not got my cards out to my hostesses, for me, it would say about me, I'm not on top of it. I'm not organized. I don't got my junk together. So does that make sense? The fact that that's an issue in your business, what do you feel like that says about you? Does that help? Okay, so I'm going to give you about 3 minutes. Did somebody say they want to change it? What'd they say? They said it was too hot. Let's go up a couple degrees, I guess. Don't want to get it too hot. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's try that. So it could be something like recruiting. Is recruiting where you want it to be in your business? Are you where you want to be with recruiting? If not, that's one of your things not in order. What does that say about you? That you're struggling with recruiting. What does that say? I'm going to give you like 1.5 more minutes.
When did you send me the testimonial? What email?
I have it on my laptop ready to go. Oh, so you just have to plug the thing in. Yeah. There's 2 YouTube videos. One of them is a picture of Brittany. So you can just get it open ready. It's up already. Okay, wrap up in about 30 seconds. I hope you're all taking advantage of doing this while we're setting the time aside, because you're not going to go home and do it later, and this is going to be powerful for you. So go there, do it. "15 seconds. Okay, what I'm going to ask is, we're all here, we're all in the same boat one way or the other. We're very much similar, more than we think. Who will be willing to share something that's not in order and what they feel it says about them? Jillian, will you? Okay.
It's not a secret.
Come on up here. Come on up here. Let's do that. Stand by me.
So I feel my first one was not setting boundaries and letting it take over the time I want to be spending with my girls. So what that says about me is that I'm not being a good mom, and I'm choosing them. I'm choosing Norwex or my job over them.
Okay.
Do you want me to-
So, yeah, okay, so hold on. So stay
Okay.
right here. Okay. So she's got that she's not setting enough boundaries and letting that take over her time. And she wants to be spending more time with her girls. So that's kind of a mess for her right now. Who's not been there? Okay, but what does she think it says about her? She's not being a good mom. Okay? So this is what I want to ask you. Okay, let go of Norwex, right? You're like, oh.
Let go.
Okay. Are you a good mom? What's the truth? Is it really true that you're not a good mom?
No.
No, it's not true. Is it? Do you believe that?
Yes.
Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay, she's getting teary-eyed because I know Jillian, she's on my team, and I know how much she cares about her girls and how much her girls are priority and how much she talks about wanting to be a good mom. Somebody who talks about wanting to be a good mom that often, that's that worried and focused and trying, they're a good mom. So what is the truth? You guys know? Somebody raise your hand. What's the truth? Catherine.
She loves Norwix, and she feels like it's taking priority, but really she loves her girls, but she can love Norwix at the same time.
Yes. So the truth is, Jillian is a good mom. But Jillian has a false belief that she can't work and be a good mom. That's not true. You can be both. But if Jillian thinks that she can't be a good mom, do you know what she's going to get over and over and over? Evidence that she's not a good mom. Because it's like playing Go Fish. She's got a handful of cards, and one of those cards in her hand is, I'm not a good mom because I work. So do you know what? It's the law of attraction. There's a match to that card out there, and someone's going to bring it right to her and say, oh, you have that, I have your match, here you go. Let me give you evidence you're not a good mom.
The 3-year-old, right? That says,
The 3-year-old that
why
says,
are you going to Norwich again, Mommy?
yeah, exactly, right? So she's carrying a card around that says, I'm a bad mom. So what we need to do is identify the truth. And the truth is, she's a really good mom. And she's showing her kids how to work hard, to set a goal, to achieve. She gives her kids permission to go for their dreams and go for their goals. And that it's okay. It's okay to put yourself out there and to work hard. That's the truth. So what I want you to do, thank you for sharing, Jillian. What I want you to do now on the next part of your paper, it says the truth about me. So I want you to look up under what does it say about me, number 1. So for Jillian, it was I'm not a good mom. And she's going to write now under the truth about me. What you're going to do, if you can't figure out what the truth is, you take what it is, and it is the opposite. It's the opposite. And I want you to be kind of flowery and over the top with it. So, for example, maybe my struggle is time management. What does it say about me? I'm a mess. I can't get it together. I'm out of control. I don't have my priorities straight. So what's the truth? Because you guys, we have so much potential inside of us, and we can be whatever we want to be. So the truth, this is going to be my truth, is, hold on, let me see where I put it. Okay, and also I love to use the word perfect in this as much as I can, because perfect, like, doesn't that just feel good? Like, I manage my time perfectly. I'm a good steward over my time. Isn't that like, oh, feel like, oh, yeah. I'm put together. I'm organized. And I'm a good steward over my time. I manage it perfectly. So that's going to be the truth, okay? So take what you've got is, what does it say about me? Turn it around. The opposite. I'm a magnificent, fantastic recruiter. People are attracted to me because I'm amazing, okay? Right? Something like that. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Okay, start to wrap up, about 30 seconds. Okay, you guys can finish wrapping up on that. How do those feel? Who yell some of them out? So let's see. Who will raise your hand if you'll share what these truths about you now? 3 people. Trisha, will you share? Okay, holler it out. Just holler it out from there.
So,
Just tell us just your truth.
Oh,
Just your truth. That's it.
I realize that each person on my team has their own reason and drives for being in Norwex, and I can be there for them all whenever.
I love it. Trisha is there for her people. Okay, yeah, next to her.
I am so committed. I need to teach others how to commit.
I love it. I love it. Listen, she's laughing because inside of her she's saying, I'm not committed, right? So she's laughing. But listen, let me tell you, thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings result in actions. Your actions create your life. So if you're thinking, I'm not committed, I'm not committed, I'm not committed, you feel not committed, not committed. You act, not committed, not committed. You put that out there, and what do you receive? More evidence to prove and show you you're not committed. So it has to change right here. And what you just wrote down on the paper are the positive things for you specifically, with the things that you thought were a mess in your business. They are now positive truths. These are your positive affirmations that I want you to go home and either write, type, put them on the mirror, and say them to yourselves every day. Because when Jillian starts to tell herself over and over every morning, afternoon, and night when she walks in her bathroom and sees it on her mirror, I'm a good mom, and in her mind she's a good mom, guess what? She's going to start to feel like a good mom. And then guess what? She's going to act like a good mom. And as she does that, there's going to be more evidence that comes back to her that helps her see, dang it, I'm a good mom. And you guys, I'm telling you this because I've lived it. I've been in the place where you see the negative, feel the negative, and you're repeating it over in your head, over and over and over. If that's what you got in your head, those are the results you're going to get. So what end of the spectrum do you want to be, right? So this was very specific for your business and where you are right now, and this can change. Our businesses are shifting, our lives are shifting. Do this exercise often. When you feel like you're in a funk and you're like, pull out a piece of paper and do this. You're going to be able to identify what's the mess, what am I feeling this says about me? Nobody wants to feel those things, right? And they're not the truth. They are not the truth because we have amazing potential and we can be what we want to be. You don't have to be late. You can make the choice, like Sheila said, to be on time. I keep telling myself that. It's a lot of choices, okay? And it starts with what you think up here. Okay, so let's see. Go to the bottom of your paper. We're going to skip because I'm getting to the end of my time. I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 about how you feel about belonging to a direct sales company, working for a direct sales company. 10 would be, I absolutely love it. I have no problems with it. I freely recruit. It's easy for me to offer the business opportunity to others. Okay, 1 is, I'm undercover, I use an alias, and I meet people on the corner at midnight at dark to give them their products. Okay? So, scale of 1 to 10. 1, undercover alias. 10, I offer it freely. I love that I'm part of a direct sales company. Rank yourself right now. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 about your feelings of working in a direct sales company? Okay. I'm pretty sure most of you are not at a 10. Is that safe to say? Okay. So now I want you to write down a couple of quick things, 3 quick things. Why are you not at a 10? Why are you not at 10? What things have you heard, have been said to you by a family member, a neighbor, a hostess, a customer, a spouse, that has been maybe derogatory about direct sales? Maybe you've had a negative experience with someone that pounced on you. What are the negative things? What's been said? What are the feelings? Write those down that are not allowing you to be at a 10 with being part of a direct sales company. Okay, so you can keep writing, keep thinking. I want you to ask yourself, where is this coming from? Who? Is it a person? Is it an experience? Some of these negative things. Who, real quick, will shout out some of the negative things that you feel with being associated with direct sales? Won't be successful. What else?
Solicitor, you're like a solicitor.
Solicitor, seller. She's just trying to make money on me, off of me. How about pushy? People in direct sales are pushy. Okay, what else you got? Anybody? In the back.
I'm worried people will think I'm not educated.
Love that one because that's so true. The educated people, usually we make more than them. But anyways, okay, over here.
I'm not capable of doing a quote-unquote real job.
Yes, not capable. This isn't a real job, right? Yeah. Okay, so have you identified where that's come from? Has somebody said something to you? Because I want to share a story real quick. It is a quick story. It was just recently. My husband had said something, and it set something off in me that triggered these emotions of being part of a direct sell in me that were not good. And I was kind of mad at him, and he was like, what is your deal? And so I just came right out and I said, well, you said this, and it made me feel like that, so that means I'm dumb for doing this. And he was like, what? What are you talking about? I wasn't saying that at all. I was saying this. And I was like, what? And so all of a sudden I was like really mad at him, and I had to stop myself and go, okay, what's going on with me? Why did I completely take that this way when he meant it that way? I got some baggage. I got some junk, right? And so guess what it was? I sat down and I did just what I told you to do. What is it that's in my head that's making me feel this way? I wrote it down. Where is this coming from? A family member. Over years, before I was even involved, a couple family members. And then I went, who gives two big hoots about what he thinks? Are you kidding me? I'm going to let that slow me down in my achievements and success and my work? You got to be kidding me. And I decided, and I made the choice to take it and throw it out right then. Forget about it. I'm done. So were most of you able to identify where it's come from, whether it's an experience or a person? Shake your head yes or no for me. Where some of this, okay. Now you get to make a choice. Do you want to keep it and hold on to it, put it in your pocket and pack it around wherever you go? Or do you want to be done with it? You don't need it, and guess what? It holds you back so that you can't go the places you would go without it. It's like strings and cords on your arms and wrists, and you go to walk forward, and you're like, ugh, right? Little invisible cords, that's what it is. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. We've kind of identified. If you haven't, you can think about this later. And maybe it's just a general, you hear hecklers or people in groups or whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who. So this is the thing we got to go to. You have to ask yourself, is it really true? Is it really true that if you do direct sales, you are pushy? Right? Is it true that those who do direct sales are those who have no education and just can't get another job?
No.
I know a lot of people that have master's degrees that do this. That's not the truth, right? At all. Okay, is it true that only the people at the top make money in direct sales?
No.
It's actually not, right? So a lot of these are false beliefs. And they're probably other people's that you've heard, that have been said, and you went, oh, and you put it in your pocket and you kept it. Why? I don't know. But you've grabbed on and held on to other people's false beliefs, maybe some that were created yourself, and have held on to them. They're not true. They're not true, okay? So this, I'm going to say something to you, and you're going to be like, what? Let me find where I've got it because I want to say it right. Okay. Hold on. We talked about the Go Fish, right? With the cards and the cards that you have.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a second. Okay, so do you guys have the same issues? Do you think that, kind of like Sheila said, people in other industries, maybe someone that does pharmaceutical sales, or they go around the drug reps, are they uneducated? Pushy? Can't get another job? No, we don't think that ever, right? It's the same with us. So a lot of people judge us, right? Have you guys noticed that? That's where this heckling and these words and this stuff has come from, is people that have had judgments about a direct sales. Okay, this is going to make you go, what? But if you are aware of these other judgments from other people, it's because you have them yourself. Okay, so remember that. You have those judgments yourself, and you've attracted that to you. So if you're at a 5 with being part of this company, guess what? You're going to attract people that are also at a 5 about being in part of a direct sales company. But if you're at a 10 and you know what you got and you know it's gold, guess what? You're going to attract people that are at a 10 that know what this is, and they're going to have gold too. Amy Fulmer is a good example of that. She's somebody that has no issues with this being a direct sales. She knows what it is. Have you noticed that she's top in recruiting every single month in the company? Have you noticed that? That's why. That's a huge reason for her. So if you want that kind of success, all we have to do is let it go. Okay, Linda, I know we're done. This is my last thing. Okay, look at your paper real quick. Look at those things you just wrote down that are your negative thoughts, feelings, judgments about direct sales. Okay, you got them? You know what they are. Okay, because now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, everyone. With your eyes closed, I just want you to listen and kind of let me talk to you about this for just a second. So I want you to visualize these different words, pushy, not educated, whatever it might be that was on your list. I want you to think of yourself in your bedroom. You're pulling out clothes out of your closet, and they're all t-shirts. On the t-shirts are these words, are these different reasons that you struggle with direct sales companies. And I want you to take each shirt and I want you to look at it. I want you to fold it up nicely, thank it, and put it in the suitcase. And take your next shirt, and it's got the next issue. It's written on the shirt. I want you to look at it, thank it, fold it up, put it in the suitcase. One more time, I want you to take your third issue, your third thing. See it written on the shirt, thank it, fold it up, put it in the suitcase. Okay, now I want you to shut the suitcase and lock it up. And then I want you to take a big, huge helium balloon, you choose the color, and tie it to the handle. You're going to walk outside, and you're going to let go of that suitcase. Now as you let go, it starts to rise off the ground. It gets to where it's above your head. And it's going off into the sky. And I want you to watch it leave and float away somewhere safe. Once you can't see it anymore, you can open your eyes. Take a deep breath. You just got rid of them. They're gone. So as you find these different false beliefs, whether it's about this, direct sales, I can't get hostesses, I can't, whatever it is, identify it, flip it around, find the positive, and get yourself to being at a 10. A 10 with loving the business that you're in. When you decide to love it, and you don't let it be a problem, because I've been in patches of my life where I have made it the bad guy. It's because of this business that I XYZ. Not the truth. And I finally gave myself permission to love my job. Because guess what? It just wants to bless us. It wants to be good in our life. It doesn't want to be a problem. And as soon as I let myself love my business, holy cow, it was different. Things fell into place. I didn't have to put as much effort forth for certain things. There was a complete shift. So get to a 10 in loving your business. Get to a 10 in loving yourself. That's a really big deal. Because when you love yourself and you go into a party, they feel that. When you're at a 2, they feel that. Okay, you guys, I hope that this kind of helped to kind of give you some shifts in your business and to kind of see the potential and the power that you have with where you are in your head. So here we go on to the rest of our workshops today. Here's Linda.
We're going to watch a video. This is Brittany Clifton from Louisiana. She's on our team. She has a little message to tell you about conference.
Hey guys, my name is Brittany Clifton. I am a sales leader here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I just wanted to tell you all a little bit about my experience at Leadership Conference this past January. So when Heather first asked me if I was going to make it to Leadership Conference, my immediate reaction was, there's no way. We will have just spent a bunch of money on Christmas, flying home. We can't afford it, timing's not right, you know, all the excuses in the world. I pretty much had every one of them. So she kept telling me how amazing it would be and that would change my business, and I kept thinking, yeah, they all say that, but I'm sure it would be cool, it'd give me a boost of motivation, but I honestly felt like I was doing pretty well in my business and I was comfortable with where I was at, so I wanted to go, but not badly enough to make the real effort to get there. So finally, after going back and forth on it for a while, Heather gave me enough of an incentive that I decided to just make it happen. So I made the 9-hour drive to Florida by myself to see what conference was all about, and I was really nervous about going because I didn't know a single person except for Heather, and I'm pretty uncomfortable in social situations where I don't know very many people, and I was going to be staying in a hotel room with 4 other complete strangers. I was so nervous that it was going to be really awkward and I was going to be super uncomfortable. But the minute I arrived, everything changed. My roomies were completely welcoming, they made me feel comfortable, and I ended up making better friends in those 4 days than I ever thought I could possibly make. There was such a sense of community and encouragement at conference that was completely infectious. Being one of the first consultants in my entire state, I hadn't really realized how much I'd been missing out on that aspect of my business. And the entire weekend, I was surrounded by people who have the same drive and passion for Norwex that I do. We literally talked business the entire time. During meals, hanging out on the beach, in the hot tub while eating ice cream in Linda's room until 1 in the morning. We were just so fired up about sharing our ideas with each other that we couldn't stop talking about our businesses. And it was so powerful and reassuring to be surrounded by people who had the same struggles, maybe the same questions, some of the same successes as I had experienced. And it was almost impossible to not catch that Norwex fever and want to go home and just completely run with my business like I'd never even imagined before. It was also amazing to hear our founders speak about their experiences and their passion for Norwex. Debbie, Gerd, and Bjorn are all so humble and encouraging. They honestly care about each consultant's success, and it's amazing to see those qualities coming from the very top of a business like ours. And sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in our own little world of doing parties, hostess coaching, entering orders, dealing with cancellations, you know, all the things that go along with this business, and we forget what an amazing thing we are a part of. It reminded me, being at conference, that I am not just in this business because it's easy to make good money and the products are amazing, but I'm in this business because I'm passionate about healthy living and changing people's lives for the better, and that's really what we're doing. And being reminded of that larger goal has completely shifted my attitude toward my business. So I came home from Leadership Conference on a total Norwex high, so much so that I recruited 4 people in my first 3 weeks of being home. And I wasn't scared anymore of being viewed as pushy or being that annoying direct sales girl. I wanted to share this amazing gift of Norwex that I had with everyone that I knew. And before going to conference, my team was growing quickly, but a lot of people were falling off, and none of my team was really selling consistently. So after I got back from conference, I held my first team meeting a few days after getting home, and even though only 3 people showed up, we still had a great time, and my team members left excited and ready to improve their businesses, and they spread that excitement throughout the rest of my team, and all of a sudden, my team started selling and recruiting, and things just exploded. So my total team sales in January were triple what they had ever been, all because of the excitement that I brought home from Leadership Conference that I was able to spread to my team. And I could have never imagined that going to conference would have such a huge and profound impact on my life and my business. So many things have changed for me. My attitude, the way I talk to my customers, my excitement about sharing the business opportunity, and my willingness to do some of those not so fun things in my business, some things that I don't enjoy, I'm willing to do it now because that passion that I have for Norwex that I learned in Leadership Conference just shines through. I thought I was passionate about my business before, but I really had no idea what I was missing. Making the effort to be at Leadership Conference was seriously worth every penny, and I'm so grateful that Heather gave me the push to make it happen. You better believe that I'm going to do everything I can to make it to every conference from here on out. And you should too. I promise that you won't regret it. Thanks.
Okay, was that not awesome? Yeah. Okay, so she was not going. I talked her into coming. She drove 8 hours. You guys, what she said, she had a team of people that were out in nowhere and just didn't get what opportunity we had, the money to make. Like, they didn't get it. So we had a little phone call. And did you hear what she said? Her numbers, her team sales tripled. And guess what? 2 of her girls in my entire downline, huge downline, in February, 2 of her girls were in the top 5 sellers in the 4,000 range on my team. Wow. Is that incredible? She came home and recruited 4 people. That's what conference does for you. So we want to invite you guys to come to conference with us. Right now, let's see, can I have one of those, Misty? Right now, we're passing out one of these envelopes right here that says, Conference, count me in. This is a little envelope that you can sneak some of your cash that you get while doing your parties. The very best place to put this is under your mattress in the left bottom corner. Okay, that's where the kids don't look, the husband's not in there, like, it's safe. Just sneak a little bit of cash in there, and before you know it, you'll have enough. It's really not that expensive. We fly together, we stay together. Right now, we've got 20 rooms booked. You can have 2 in a room or 4 in a room. We try to work it out for everybody, and we have a great time. You'll get tools that will help you to come home and grow your business. Your excitement level is what will just explode you like Brittany. So we want to invite you to all come to conference with us. It is on your envelope. It says July 31st through August 2nd. It's in Minneapolis. And right now the registration is an early bird registration price of $189. So let me explain to you, that includes all of your training. You usually get a couple little gifty type things. It also includes a lunch and a fancy dinner. The dinner's like a $50 dinner, so that's a bargain in and of itself. So there's only a couple little more like lunch or food times that you would need that, and then we split hotel and your airfare. So this is an opportunity to invest in yourself and invest in your business. It's like Toinette said, it's a continuing education. Right? When you have an attorney or you have a doctor, they got to keep taking classes so that they can be where they need to be. That's what this is, and it's stinking fun. So please join us at conference. Do you want to add to that, Linda?
I just wanted to tell them what they're going to do next.
Okay, come to conference.